Yo, what is going on, my YouTube audience? How is it going? It's me, Rye, again, coming at you with another Rye's advice. This time, we're going to be talking about cards that people may be going into, with the mindset of, oh, this is going to be good for the future. I should buy this now. In the future, this is going to be amazing, etc., etc., etc. I wanted to take a moment to talk about that because it comes up a lot when I'm casting tournaments. I'll be casting something like Photons, and I'll be commenting about how they're not exactly the best deck to pick up if you're a new player, and then there's always at least one person in the comments that are like, but Rye, you don't understand, this deck's going to be one of the best decks in the game, it's a great anime deck, they're definitely going to make this a great deck. All that might be true. I'm not saying none of that is not true, that could all be 100% true. We could have a tier 0 Photon meta, but there is no reason to go into it now, and there's a couple of good reasons not to go into this now. Two major ones I'll be talking about, that is price of cards and structure decks. That'll be the two major things that I go into. Before we keep going though, remember, like, comment, subscribe on the video. If you like this type of content, let us know in the comments. That just helps us know what types of content that you guys like, and we can send more of that content your way from there. So, number one, starting off with why you should not invest in things that are not fully complete right off the bat is purely the cost, right? In Duel Links, unlike TCG, unlike some other card games, the cost of something does not go up, right? It'll always cost the same, and in some scenarios, the cost will even go down, right? I have a couple examples of this one major example, the Void Trap Hole card is a phenomenal card right now in the current meta. And here's the thing though, if you had waited to buy this, you could have gotten it from the Resonance of Contrast mini box. This came out back in 2018, you know what I mean? So the cost of this would be lower thanks to the 50% off gym sale. So, things like this is essentially what I'm trying to talk about. Things go down in cost over time thanks to 50% off gym sales, and thanks to any potentially money sales. If you're a Dolphin player in this game, you'll actually get actual sales as well. This goes also for Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice, when it came out, was used, to be fair, but more of a cheese strategy in Heroes rather than being like a serious, like, amazing top-tier card, where in today's meta, it is actually a top-tier card. Amazing Gaia, amazing in Harpies, amazing just all around for a bunch of potential decks. So, had you waited, you would have gotten them for cheaper, essentially, right? Instead of using them, buying them back then, holding on to them and saying, yeah, in the future, this card will be super, super amazing without actually using it, I should clarify, if you're buying these decks just because you enjoy them and you have fun with them, that's fine. You could see, for example, that's why I have 7 Noble Knight Madrots. Obviously, Noble Knight was not good until the structure deck came out, but I just liked playing Noble Knights. So I knew they were going to be bad, and I went into it with zero expectation. If you're doing that, that's a different story, right? That's completely different. If you just want to play them for fun, go for it, dude. No one's going to stop you, right? We're talking here about actually being a good deck and being like a competitive deck, right? That's kind of what we're getting at with this. So yeah, that's number one. The cost never goes up. There's no trading in this game. If something all of a sudden becomes really, really good, you're not going to be like, trading back in your gems or whatever, and it's going to be worth more and harder to obtain. There's nothing like that, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. And then number two, and probably more importantly, is the structure decks re-releases, right? And that's why we get into situations. I have 7 Noble Knight Madrots because I had 3 of them. I got another one from Selection Box, and then I got 3 more when I had to buy 3 of the structure deck in order to play competitive Noble Knights. Konami has done this multiple times, where they are starting now to release these not so powerful archetypes. They release them in structure decks to make them very powerful, and then giving us the URs. Even things like Blue Eyes White Dragon did this, and Blue Eyes White Dragon, you don't even really need the structure outside of a couple cards like Card of Consonance and stuff. A lot of players like myself that already had all of those old cards, there's no like Merlin or anything in there that you need that's exclusive. I didn't even have to buy the structure deck because I already had all the cards, you know what I mean? All it really did was reduce the cost of playing Blue Eyes White Dragon, because back in the day, to play Blue Eyes White Dragon, you had to be like a big whale, you know, and whale being like someone who spends a lot of money in the game. So, you know, Konami is reducing the cost of a lot of these more expensive decks if they want to bring them into the metagame by just releasing that structure deck. And, you know, usually these structure decks make these decks top tier or close to top tier, at least definitely more playable than they once were. So you look at something like Noble Knights, you had to go to a really shitty old box, you have to go through it 3 times to get 3 Madrats. Now you just have to get the structure deck and then 1 run through of a main box to get your King Custonin, and you're good to go from that point onwards. So significantly less having to spend on that for this deck specifically. And the same goes for Blue Eyes. I've seen people make free-to-play Blue Eyes, but yeah, just buying the structure is so much more cost efficient. It just makes more sense to do that. So this isn't to say something like Photons is going to guarantee get a structure deck, but here's the thing. Photons right now, they're just not a good deck, right? They're just not a competitive deck. And again, I'm talking about actual competitiveness. When I say the word competitive, I'm talking about tournaments, I'm talking about KC Cup, I'm talking about KC GT Worlds, stuff like that. I'm not talking about ranked ladder and King of Games. In King of Games, you can play whatever you want. That's all. This is all irrelevant to that. So specifically, I'm talking about the competitive side of Duel Links. There is no reason to go for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, because one of 2 things will happen. 1, a structure deck comes out and it's significantly cheaper, and you can buy whatever you need right off the bat, right away. Or 2, a structure deck doesn't come out, but they do become good, and then with those saved resources that you would have put into this anyway, then at that point, you spend your resources, your real-life money or your gems, buying the Photon Dragon, buying the rest of the Galaxy Eye support in order to build a deck at that point. Rather than doing it up front and just saying, yeah, I'm doing this now because in the future, this deck will be good. That's just resources that you have that's just sitting there being wasted because it's not good right now, which we need it to be good right now. That's the whole key, right? That's kind of the point. And it doesn't only go for archetypes, it also goes for staples as well. No Mortal can resist, or in Dark Ruler, or not, sorry, not No More, in Dark Ruler No More, rather. I don't know why I got those 2 mixed up. Obviously, that's especially if you come from TCG, that is an amazing card for the future. So I'm not going to buy it now, you know, because there's no point. There's literally nothing you'd use that on, while in the future, it might actually become a 3 of in every side deck, right? Maybe just how Yu-Gi-Oh works. It could also not. So either way, you're saving resources at the end of the day. That's going to be it for me, though. Again, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this concept. Let me know why you guys invest into archetypes that just aren't good from the get-go. I can understand the idea of because I just enjoy playing it, because you know, that's what I did too, you know. I bought Noble Knights when they were bad just because I enjoyed playing them. I didn't expect anything, though. There are some people, though, that buy them and expect them to be competitive right away, and then they get angry when they're not. I want to know why that happens. So if you have any idea, leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Come watch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Duel Links Entertainment. I do a majority of the streams. Kamel also does quite a few streams, so come check us out. See you then, boys.